Hey loves, Kim here, and I'm back with another video. So if this is your first time on the channel, I just would like to say welcome and thank you so much for watching. And if you like what you see, feel free to hit that subscribe button and be sure to click that bell, that way you never miss an upload from me. And if you're an OG that's been here for a minute, thank you so much for coming back. So first and foremost, I just want to say I missed you guys so much. I'm sorry I haven't been posting as often as I usually do. I've been taking a little bit of break in the midst of everything going on in the world and just taking some time to really get myself adjusted, to make preparations and to figure out what's going to be next and what's going to happen with all of the dust settles. I feel like if there's nothing else that we do in this time, we need to figure out how to make ourselves better and what's going to happen after everything is back to normal, or once everything becomes the new normal, right? So I've been taking some time to do that, to really invest in myself. But that's not the sole reason why there's been a little bit of a slowdown on this channel. With this series particularly, it took me so long to figure out how I wanted this hotel to look. As you can see, I wanted it to be a little different. So right now I'm just creating what looks like revolving doors, and I knew that's something for sure that I wanted to be the staple at this hotel. But once I figured that out, understanding how I want everything to be aesthetically was a little bit of a challenge for me, and it took me several days, and I also took some time just away from building so I could really think about it to come up with what I came up with. Am I 100% happy? No, but I'm pretty satisfied with the progress, and I felt like you guys deserve to see where I am so far with this series. I definitely did not forget I am going to finish this series, okay? And this particular build series will be integral to my channel in the future. Just you wait and see. When it is time for me to tell you guys more about that, I would definitely do so. But yeah, in short, it just took me forever to figure out how I want this place to look, how I want everything to function, how are the rooms going to flow, you know, what is going to be the overall feel of this place. But yeah, we are inside, and as you can see, I was just working on the front facade. So I made these two revolving doors, or look like revolving doors. They don't actually work, but there is one standard door in the center, so you're actually able to access the lot. And the main components of this hotel is that I wanted a reception area, I wanted kind of like a dining or a lounge area, and I wanted several rooms. Now, I was taking the longest trying to figure out the amenities of this hotel. At one point I thought, should there be a gym? And I was like, well, no, there's a gym right across the street. Like, why would I need a gym inside of this hotel, right? But just thinking about the hotels I've been to, they've had like gyms and pools and like conference rooms and ballrooms and things like that. And I just had to realize that, yeah, although this hotel is probably the biggest standalone shop on this particular lot, it's still sharing the space with all of these rooms. So I really had to just scale back to what was absolutely important. So as you just saw, I was working on that area. It's kind of like a community area. As of now, I have those trays from Discover University over there. And initially I was going to have kind of like a cafe set up, because I know that's really popular. Like a lot of hotels, they have like a cafe set up, or like a little eatery where you would get like your continental breakfast and things like that. And I changed it a little bit, but we'll talk about it when we get there. I'm currently working on a reception area, and I'm using the space underneath that roof, which is acting as a ramp in our parking deck, as just kind of an access point from the lobby to the employee area. And I really like how I did that. I'm now on the second area, or the second level of this hotel, and I'm just roughly shaping out the rooms. The rooms are not huge, but you're able to do every single thing. I play tested a lot, and everything works. It has to bare necessities in them. I do have some rooms that are more on the standard side and more rooms that feel more like a suite, but overall they look and feel more or less the same, right? It's just some might have a little bit more space than others. And for the doors on the hotel room, I'm using these doors with the peephole from Discover University. I just felt like those were the absolute best. I wish we had more color options, but that is a never-ending struggle in The Sims 4, wishing for more color options, right? But I make do. What makes it a little bit easier for me to blend different packs and like different styling of packs together is to stick with the neutral. So like for my main colors, like my walls and my floors and doors and things like that, I try to stick with neutrals because more than likely they're gonna have a white, a gray, a black, and a brown in pretty much all of the objects. If not, it's going to be something pretty close, and those colors are really easy to match with each other because like I said, they are neutral. I try to avoid bright colors unless it's kind of like a standalone building or if I have a specific theme going on. And here I am just choosing wallpapers for the bedrooms, and I decided to go with this blue color. I chose blue because blue is a real calming color, and I felt like the type of customer that would stay at this hotel in Magnolia Promenade would probably be a business person, someone who wants to be kind of like in the epicenter of like shopping and things like that, but they're not going to spend tons of time in their hotel room. Like, this hotel in my mind is nice, but it's not like a high-end luxury hotel. It's more like a business class hotel. Like, that's how I try to approach it, and that made styling everything a bit more simple for me. For the dressers and the side tables in the hotel room, those came with the Seasons pack, and I believe the bed also came with Seasons. The art piece above the bed, if I'm not mistaken, that came with Dine Out, and I think I go with the curtains from Discover University in the bedrooms. Those wall lights on either side of the bed are from Base Game. That trash bin is from Get to Work, and the mirror I think is from Base Game. TV's from Base Game as well. The door to the bathroom is from Seasons, and the wallpaper that I eventually use in the bathroom is from Realm of Magic. So I recently got Realm of Magic a couple of days ago, and I haven't had a chance to actually do any gameplay. That's something I really want to do. I want to do more gameplay. Let me know down in the comments if you want me to do more gameplay. I am primarily a builder, but I love The Sims. I've been playing The Sims for a while. My first Sims game that I actually played was The Sims Bustin' Out, and I remember excuse me, I remember because it was on console. I believe I was playing like on PlayStation, and that was not, let's just say I almost gave up on The Sims before I really gave it a try. And that's no shade to Bustin' Out or playing on console or anything like that. I just didn't get it. I didn't get the hype, and I didn't understand the significance of a simulation game, right? Like, it was just something that I had access to, and I played it, and it just really didn't resonate with me. And it wasn't until I started playing The Sims 3 where it clicked, and I was like, oh, this is it. Like, this is the game. So I am a Sims lover, and I've been playing Sims for years now. But yeah, I say that to say I enjoy gameplay. It's just I love building at my core outside of gaming. I love architecture and interior design, so that's just what I choose to do the most. But if you guys are here for gameplay, let me know because I am definitely willing. Anyway, back into the bedrooms. like I said, the styling is more or less the same. In the larger rooms, I have a little bit of hanging space that I just use some of those hanging shelves from the base game. Now I'm just back in the main area here behind the reception desk, and I'm putting in these cabinets. I'm thinking maybe they would store, you know, extra supplies, whether it be like extra towels or, you know, cleaning things, or just anything, snacks to refill, the vending machines. And here I am on one of the upper levels. I believe this is the 3rd floor. This hotel is 4 stories tall. That was a surprise because I initially wanted to do 3, but I went 4. And that particular room had 2 double beds in it. So yeah, like the suites are different. So I have like the really small suites with like the double bed and the small bathroom. Then there's suites that are a little bit bigger with the desk and the bathroom. Then it's like the double bed ones, and then there's like a really nice suite where it is the single bed, but there's also like a legit, you know, seating area where you can actually sit down, not sitting on the bed. So there's different tiers. Here I am back in that kind of communal lounge area I was telling you guys about, and it's at this point where I realized I wanted it to be a lounge. I didn't want the focus to be food per se, because I already have a restaurant next door, and there will be more places for your Sims to eat throughout this series. So I really want to encourage your Sims to go out and explore other places in Magnolia Promenade, but I did want this to be a lounge because I know, especially in more business class hotels, they always have a lounge. They always have a place for you to just kind of sit and convene and, you know, maybe watch the news or whatever local channel they have on. So that was the kind of feel I was going for. All of the seating not attached to the bar are from the Tiny Living pack, if I'm not mistaken, and I just love those chairs, and I was so happy that there was a couch to match. I actually think that is considered a love seat, but it's a couch to match. And at the bar, I don't quite remember where that particular bar is from. I think that bar is from Get Famous. Also, this little archway is from Get Famous. It's not the traditional archway, so that's why you saw me deleting the walls. It's more like a set piece. But I really like it, and I felt like it was just perfect. It was perfect to separate the lounge area from the lobby area. Anyway, like I was saying, I believe this bar came from the Get Famous pack, and I believe those bar stools are also from Get Famous, if I'm not mistaken. And I wanted to create kind of like this showstopper piece behind the bar, so I used this waterfall from Spa Day, and I really like it. I felt like there was a lot of blue going on within this build, and I wanted to kind of keep with the water theme, the aquatic theme. I don't know, that's just kind of where my head was going, like water, blue, you know, things like that. I don't know, that's just where my mind went. But yeah, I'm just still trying to figure out this lounge area. I wanted there to be plenty of space for your Sims to sit and socialize, but I also wanted there to be a couple of spaces for your Sims to eat. Say for instance, if they was to get something out of the vending machine, because the vending machine items, they're not like, you know, chips and like candy bars and things like that. They're like pre-made foods, like sandwiches and things like that. So I wanted there to be like a space for your Sims to actually eat the food that they might get from the vending machine or from the bar, really. But also I wanted there to be plenty of space for your Sims to socialize. So here I am just trying to figure all of that out. I can't quite remember what pack those tables came from, but if I had to guess, they're either from base game or Get Together. The chairs, can't quite remember. I'm so sorry, you guys, but I think the chairs are from Get Together, if I'm not mistaken. The chairs at the dining tables I'm talking about, and the little coffee table by the 4 chairs is also from the Tiny Living pack. That little planter behind the behind the love seat is from City Living. And I just put these little menus from the debug menu. Those came with dine outs, and I have the stand-up menus on the tables, and on the coffee tables I have just the little flat menus. And I would think they would have just, you know, whatever the bar is serving, whatever drinks or juice or food that the bar had. So yeah, I'm just playing around with the lights, making sure that everything is well lit and everything is going to look good in live mode. And I just added a blue wall in that same texture. I believe that texture on the wall is from Spa Day. If it's not from Spa Day, it's from the fitness stuff pack, but I'm pretty sure it's from Spa Day. It's at this point where I'm adding in these vending machines here, and I'm putting one on every level. The only level that I don't think vending machines are on is the second level, only because that grand staircase is right there. You don't really have a lot of room to put a vending machine, but there's plenty all around this hotel, don't you worry. Now I'm working on the employee office area. So I wanted there to be a place for the employees to have their lunch, or to do research, or to clock in, things like that, store their personal food items, have coffee, because hotels are 24/7. So sometimes, you know, you might get there super early and need a cup, or you're working super late and need a cup of coffee. Also, I wanted there to be a little separate employee bathroom in there, so that's what I'm about to work on in just a moment. And I realized I really didn't need 2 desks in there. I mean, honestly, you're not going to use it that often. So 1 computer desk is fine. Plus there's 5 at the front area, so you don't need 7 in total. Anyway, this is the staff bathroom, similar to the guest bathrooms in their hotel rooms, but this one is just a little bit more commercialized. So I have a house plant in there, also a dispenser, like a soap dispenser, and the mirror is different. I'm just playing around with some of the branding. You know me and my builds, especially my community builds, I definitely try to be really big on branding, and I'm just trying to figure out, like, what is the logo for this place. I really like that sign with the fish. Like I said, I was kind of going for an aquatic theme, but it takes me a while to get to exactly what it looks like. But yeah, I'm just working on, I guess this, you can call this a reception area. I'm adding in some chairs, and these love seats came from the season pack. I was going to use the ones from Tiny Living, but I just didn't feel the overall vibe would gel well when you first come in, and for some reason these just really stuck out to me, so I used them. Yeah, I feel like they look a bit more hotel lobby-ish, instead of like loungy, if you know what I mean. And you may notice that I have that wardrobe cart from the Get Famous pack out. In my head, I'm thinking, you know, this hotel has bellhops, and that's what they would, you know, transfer your luggage onto your room. So that was the idea with that. But I kind of move it off to the side because it is a little bit in the way, but I definitely wanted that representation. Now I am back to the front area trying to figure out which door I'm going to use, and I eventually used this door from the Get Famous pack. It has the overall oval shape that I was going for with those openings, and I just feel like it matched best with the style of this hotel. Like, I kind of wanted it to be bougie, but like not too bougie, you know. This isn't like what's a really bougie hotel? Like bougie. This isn't like the Hilton, you know what I mean? I feel like there's so many hotels bougier than that, but this isn't like top of the line bougie, but it is still pretty nice. So this is the space underneath that roof that I was telling you guys about, that's acting as a ramp in our parking deck, and I'm just using this to put a little bit of storage here. I'm just adding in a bunch of towels and these laundry carts here. I eventually add a couple of mop buckets and a broom, just to make it seem like this is where the employees would store like their extra towels towels, their extra sheets, and cleaning supplies. So when maintenance is tidying up, they have a place to store all of their things. And I feel like this is a nice space because you really don't see it, but you know, for gameplay purposes or more so storytelling purposes, you know that it is there. And I'm just adding in a couple of wall speakers around. I think the channel that I chose was Jazz from the Dine Out pack, and I felt like that was perfect. I just really felt like that was perfect for this type of a hotel. Now back in the employee area, I'm just making it a little bit more functional. I'm adding in a bunch of these little TVs, and in my head these are like the screens that you would see from the security footage. So as you can see now, I'm putting in a bunch of security cameras. If you don't know where this is, this came with the Get to Work pack, and it's in the decor area if I'm not mistaken. Now I'm just working on the outside, just kind of finalizing or getting to a point where I'm happy with how it looks on the outside. I'm adding a bit of blue tile on the part of the facade that sticks out, and just putting in some wall trim, and you know, just really getting everything looking better on the outside. It's at this point where I decided to add a 4th level because why not? No, honestly, I didn't want the top level of the parking deck to be on the same level as the hotel, so I figured, you know, the hotel can always use more room, so let's just add another floor. Like, that was my thought process, and this is where we are. But anyway, you guys, I am going to go ahead and hop off here. I just want to say thank you guys. Like, seriously, thank you. I've been seeing the people subscribe to my channel in my absence. Thank you so much. Thank you for continuing to comment and watch my videos, especially during these trying times. I really appreciate all the time that you guys used to put towards me and my channel, and it definitely keeps me going. So thank you. If you haven't done so already, feel free to subscribe and be sure to hit that bell, that way you never miss an upload from me. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. It helps me and the channel out more than you know. This is not available on the gallery yet, but if you want to see anything else that I've created, feel free to check me out. My origin ID is Simply-Nisey, and if you're interested in following me on social media, those links are always down in the description box below. Again, you guys, thank you all so much for watching. Please continue to be safe, healthy, and happy, and I will talk to you all in the next video. Bye guys.